Hello, this is a short, or quite possibly not short, video presentation on synthetic division. With synthetic division, we can do exactly what we did yesterday, but do it a lot simpler with a lot less writing. So I'm going to use the example that we had yesterday in our notes, and we're going to divide it through using synthetic division. When I'm done going through it, I'm going to try to draw a comparison between what we did yesterday and the synthetic division. Then I'll go through another example just to reiterate it. All right, let's start. Step one, maybe I'll write some of these steps down. Step one is to write the coefficients of the polynomial. Only the coefficients. So we have 8, negative 42, 4, 25, and 16. 8, not negative, coefficients of the poly. Okay, got rid of that. So we have 8, negative 42, 4, 25, and 16. 4, 25, and 16. Over here, we write number 2. We write the opposite of the number in the divisor. So this is a minus 5. I'm going to put a 5. And then we draw a line. So I'm going to draw a line here. Do. Then we drop the leading coefficient. So we drop the 8 down, and we write an 8 there. This is going to be the answer. Notice that our leading coefficient here is the same as the leading coefficient in our answers. Synthetic division only works if our coefficient here is 1. Then we multiply. I think I'm going to use this in colors instead of writing out the steps. We multiply 5 times 8, and the result we put up here. I get a 40. And then I add the negative 42 and the 40, and I get a negative 2. I then multiply my 5 and my negative 2, and I put it up here, and I have a negative 10. I add those together, and I get a negative 6. I then take and multiply the 5 and the negative 6. I get negative 30. Add them together, and I get a negative 5. Notice that these numbers are the coefficients up here. 8, negative 2, negative 6, negative 6, negative 5, negative 5. And guess what? The last one is going to be negative 9. I take my 5. Oh, I'm running out of space to do this. Times my negative 5 and I get negative 25, add it to this 16, and I get a negative 9. This is my remainder. So my answer, you can do it two ways. One, we have a fourth degree quintic polynomial. Our answer is going to be a cubic. It's always going to be one less. Or you can start with this number, constant, linear, quadratic, cubic. Either or. So my answer is 8x cubed minus 2x squared minus 6x minus 5 minus 9 over x minus 5. These are the coefficients of my answer, and this is the remainder. Now let's see what we did over here. We took 8 times x, and we got negative 8, but we disregarded that. It always canceled. I didn't even have to write that. Somebody asked me yesterday, can I just ignore this? Can I ignore this? Can I ignore this? Can I ignore this? It doesn't mean anything. And truthfully, don't, but you can. But what we did do is multiply 8 times negative 5, and we got negative 40. We took 5 times 8, and we got positive 40. But when we took 8 times negative 5 and got negative 40, we changed it. Since we changed the sign here from a negative 5 to a positive 5, we don't have to change our sign every time. Here, every single time we change the sign. We don't have to. So we took 8 times 5, we got 40, added it together. 8 times 5, 40, added it together. All right? Then we looked at this number. That's our answer. We took negative 5 times negative 10. We got a positive 10. Change the sign. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. We don't have to change the sign. Add, we get a negative 6. Add, we get a negative 6. So you can go through and see that the work we did, the only real work, amounts to this. All right, let's look at the next example that we did yesterday. Step 1, write the coefficients. And this is the second example from yesterday. So I write the coefficients. 1, no cubic, I must have a 0. Negative 12, 18, and 8. Absolutely, positively, 100% must have a 0 there. Else it won't work. I take the opposite of this number, negative 4, and I put it in this little box here. All right, what do? Drop the 1. And I'm always going to use this number to multiply these results by. Negative 4 times 1, negative 4. Add. Negative 4 times negative 4, positive 16. Add. Negative 4 times 4, negative 16. Add. Negative 4 times 2, negative 8. Add. My remainder is 0. My answer, it's a 4th degree. My answer is a 3rd degree. X cubed minus 4x squared plus 4x plus 2. Done deal. All right? This is my coefficient, my coefficient, my coefficient, my coefficient, and my remainder. All right? 1 times negative 4 times 1, negative 4. Negative 4 times negative 4, 16. Add negative 4 times 4, negative 16. Goes up there. Add negative 4 times 2, negative 8. Add and a 0. That's all there is to it. I'm going to do one more example. I'll post the answer after you pause it to work the problem. All right, here's the next polynomial division problem. I want you to do this. As soon as you write the problem down, pause the video. I'm going to write the answer down. Check your answer. If you have the right answer, there's no need to watch the rest of this video. If you didn't, then you might want to watch it. All right, pause the video and then I'll write the answer. All right, the answer to this problem, do it in a different color, answer is x to the 4th plus 7x cubed, x to the 4th plus 7x cubed plus 3, and a remainder of 4 over x plus 5. All right, if you got the right answer, awesome. If you didn't, back to the drawing board. All right, I'm going to write my coefficients. 1, 12, 35, 0, must have a 0 for n squared, and then 3, 19, the opposite of this number, negative 5, and away we go. Drop the 1. Negative 5 times 1, negative 5. Add 7, negative 35, 0, 0. Add 0, 0. 3 plus 0 is 3, negative 15, and 4. It's the 5th degree, quintic, so our answer is a quartic, 4th degree, plus 7x cubed. This is the x squared, nada. The x, nada. Plus 3, our constant, and a remainder, 4. Whoops. That was bad, Musket. 19 minus 15 is 4, not 14. Sorry about that. And plus 4 over x plus 5. And we're done. A problem like that doing long division can be ugly. But this only works when the leading coefficient is 1. All right, have a great rest of the day and see you tomorrow.